That is right, Caden. It is a 3-day meeting of Canada's premiers here at Deerhurst Resort in Huntsville, Ontario. The motorcade of premiers arrived at the front entrance just before noon on this beautiful sunny Monday. As the premiers exited their vehicles and headed towards the entrance, several of them spoke to the media. Ontario Premier Doug Ford was asked several questions in regards to his relationship with Indigenous leaders and peoples following the passing of Bill 5. Here's what he said.
We're going to make sure that they prosper like they've never had before. And the door is open for them. They're welcome to walk through that door and partner with the entire country and partner with Ontario to make their lives more prosperous than they've ever seen before. That's going to be their choice. I welcome them to make sure that they take advantage of the $3 billion. Not to mention treaty rights. After 150 years, the only premier in the history of this province that settled a $10 billion, I'm going to repeat that, $10 billion deal.
There is one closed-door meeting on this Monday. That is the Premier's meeting with national Indigenous leaders. This is ahead of the arrival of Canada's Prime Minister, Mark Carney. Trade will be the major focus.
Well, we're working for a fair trade deal, and even though we have one in place already that we'll be looking at 2026, it's anything that's not on the USMCA deal that they're looking to tariff. But again, we have to unite as a country. We have a strong country. We have to diversify our trade. We have to start building pipelines out west, east, north, and south.
Speaking of out west, Alberta Premier Danielle Smith was in attendance. This as Ontario and Alberta recently signed not one but 2 memorandums of understanding in an effort to bolster trade amongst the 2 provinces.
The challenges that we have is so many of our trade ties are north-south, and there's a reason for that. Because it's easier, the networks are there, and it probably is more cost-effective. But I guess the question would be, does that put us in a position where we're too vulnerable to a single trading partner? So I think we're all working on ways, as I certainly did when Doug was in my province last week, with an MOU to figure out how we can do more trade with each other. I think that's got to be the objective. Is find ways to trade with each other, build out those trade ties, find ways to access new markets so that we can also have new trading partners, and try to get our relationship with our U.S. partner back on track.
Premier of Quebec, Francois Legault, added this.
Our economy in all Canada suffers because of the uncertainty. We don't have investment from companies, so we need to have, if there's an agreement on August 1st, duration. It will be for 3 years, for 5 years.
Trade, tariffs, and much more to be discussed with Prime Minister Mark Carney and Canada's premiers here at the Canada's Premiers meeting at Deerhurst Resort. Let's send it back to Caden King Gasparetto in North Bay. Caden.